Tonight, a deeper look at the growing problem of drugged driving.
As part of our Project Drive Sober, the I-Team's Casey Geraldo talks to trained officers who can not only tell when you're high, they know what drug you're on.
In the entire state, only about 300 officers have drug recognition training, which means those officers work all the time to make sure drug drivers are caught and prosecuted. This is the kind of stop where you'll find a drug recognition officer.
They suspected that he was on some kind of drug and was acting the way he was.
The first step to getting someone in front of a judge for driving on drugs happens with the field officer.
On the road, they're going to determine if they're impaired or not, and then they bring it to us.
Drug recognition officers perform 12 different tests.
Each step is putting that puzzle together so that at the end, you sit back, the DRE can sit back and look at it and say, all right, do I believe the person's impaired? If they're impaired, do I believe it's a medical issue, an injury, or is it a drug? If it is a drug, what drug category? Would they fall in drug category or categories?
So what are those pieces of the puzzle used to stop those drivers?
Follow my finger.
We had Waukesha police DREs walk us through them.
What you can do is tip your head back, go ahead and close your eyes.
The officers check a person's vital signs, temperature, blood pressure, pulse.
And start when I say begin.
In this test, the person has to estimate 30 seconds with their eyes closed and their head back.
Normal person, normal range, they can estimate 30 seconds between 25 and 35 seconds. We'll see people do it in under 10 seconds. We'll see people take all 90 seconds.
There's some drugs that can cause the eyes to divert or not be able to converge whatsoever.
The officers also measure someone's pupil to see how they're reacting to different light conditions.
The average person's pupil would know to constrict once that bright light hit it.
The officers check what they find against this card, which helps them figure out what kind of drug someone's on. That information helps get drivers off the road.
Why is it important that officers have that training?
Every OWI is a homicide in progress. Every one of them is.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, drugged driving is on the rise. From 2006 to 2016, the number of drunk drivers who also tested positive for drugs went up 16%. In 2016, 38% of drivers killed in crashes tested positive for alcohol, and 44% had drugs in their system. With their extensive training, DREs can serve as experts in court to help keep everyone safer.
It's a lot of responsibility that our police officers take. They're sharing the same roadway you are. When you have people are making that decision to drive impaired, it puts us all at jeopardy.
The drug recognition experts go through a week of studying and tests to get to the point where they know how to detect drugs. After several more days of school, they can then qualify for the official DRE school. And they can't become certified until they correctly identify a drug category 12 times. For the I-Team, Casey Geraldo.
Fascinating, Casey. Thanks. If you have a story to tell us or a question to ask, let us know. Send us an email, drivesober@tmj4.com, or call the number on your screen, 866-WI-SOBER.